When you hear debate, what do you think of? Maybe two toga-clad orators discussing the philosophy of sleep? Or politicians doling out personal insults back and forth? Well, what about this? This is high school policy debate, and it's quite a competition.
Central High School does high school policy debate. Policy debate essentially entails you creating a policy document and then arguing for or against that policy document in a debate round.
The policy debate topic this year is education. Last year it was China, and basically our debate is basically on education and how education funding should be more funded by the government.
You may wonder why these people sound like they're trying to break a speed reading record, but that's on purpose.
Well, spreading is this natural human response to arguing, I feel. It's speed reading, basically. So you talk in a voice that's very fast and you don't really process words, you just kind of spit them out. Because if you have a timed speech, you want to put out as many words as possible. So like some college debaters spit out like 500 words a minute. We do it because we have timed speeches in every single round that everybody can only speak for such a long amount of time. So basically, if you are given 3 minutes or 5 minutes or 8 minutes, you want to put out as many arguments as possible. So you're eventually going to start talking faster.
Can you imagine taking notes on that? Well, that's exactly what happens during a debate round.
Flowing is when you write down the other opponent's argument, what they're doing, and their evidence. So during cross-ex is basically a question time, and you nail them basically really hard as you can.
Flowing is essentially a way to write down and analyze the arguments of the opposing team. So while they spit really fast and spit out a lot of words, you're going to have to write down what's important of that. So you can kind of remember and go back to and look back on those arguments that like you have written down, so then you can answer them really effectively in a round and you won't forget anything.
Well, hopefully today's story has given you some great insight into the world of policy debate. Now I've got something to go do. When you hear debate, what do you think of maybe two toga-clad orators?